Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Commander Galpohkpa Chesson Talk Show. Let's start my show.
Leadership is key.
And get it on.
Leadership is key. Leadership key. Leading Liberia is key. Leading Liberia right is the key. Ellen Johnson, Sally failed. Ellen Johnson, Sally failed. She told us to lead. That is the key. She failed Liberia. She never led us well. She brought us shame and disgrace in every front. Ellen Johnson, Sally failed. Ellen Johnson, Sally failed. Liberia's going down on the Georgia. Ellen Johnson, Sally failed. Now we need a leader who we can trust. Who is that leader? Attorney Commander Chesson. We can trust him.
Good morning again. Welcome to Attorney Commander Galpohkpa Chesson Talk Show. Let me just check my volume to make sure that I'm clear and copacetic. Yes, I am. Well, today is July the 13th. We wake up to another day of news, shocking and wonderful, as we begin a new morning with the Attorney Commander Galpohkpa Chesson Talk Show. Well, first of all, the first wonderful news in the United States of America is that Donald Trump's attorneys may be sanctioned by the court for bringing frivolous lawsuits in an attempt to destroy our democracy, in an attempt to sow distrust, dishonesty, unpatriotic zeals amongst American people. When I saw this morning on CNN, that a judge was going to sanction Trump lawyers for bringing fraudulent lawsuits after the court has decided that this election was fair, free, and fair. And these people keep bringing these lawsuits. For what? To destroy our democracy. To make a mockery of the courts of the United States of America. So the Supreme Court is taking a stand now and telling these lawyers of Donald Trump who have brought this case trying to overturn the election of the American people that they will be sanctioned. They will be punished because the courts have decided time and time again that there has been no fraud. And these lawyers of Donald Trump consistently bringing these lawsuits after the courts have decided. So now the courts is tired. The courts punishing them for their misdeeds. Now they bring this lawsuit trying to disparage the election, trying to overturn the election. Now the court won't punish them. They don't know who the case blame on. One group say, oh, we prepared it, but we didn't read it. The other group say, we read it, but we didn't sign it. And the other group, so they're going to punish all of them. They're going to sanction every one of them. And I hope they inspire them. Trying to overturn our election. What's wrong with these Donald Trump people? I'm so glad the court is taking a stand now. Because they're making a mockery of our legal system. They're making a mockery of our democratic system. They're making a mockery of our honesty. our patriotism. This has to cease and desist. They won't go play that shenanigan game with Donald Trump. Let them go to Florida, where Marco Rubio and what the other one, this the governor. Where all these people supporting Trump, and let them go down there and go run that court amok. But they're not doing it to our federal courts. What's wrong with these people? But we look up to Jesus and we say, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's punish these people now. Let's deal with them with all mercy. Sanction them. Disbar them. Set our democracy back on the right course. Secondly, I take my hats off to the people of Cuba who are protesting today to end communism, socialism that does not benefit the people of Cuba. It doesn't. I went to Cuba. That place looked like a dead city, man. Beautiful, but dead. And this communism ain't helping Cuba. Ain't helping Cuba. Ain't helping no country in the world, man. This one man rule and party rule and evil ain't worth it. Democracy is the way. Individual freedom and justice and liberty and progress and advancement. We got to bring an end to all this uselessness of the suppression of the people. Look at my country, Liberia. Look at this country, my country. So war laws and war criminals suppressing my people. And my people still cheering and think that's freedom. What? They will steal, then they'll come clear the road and everybody start rejoicing and forget about the stealing until after the next election. Is this what Liberia is all about? Is this the game we're coming to play time and time again? People will just fool us, steal our money, come and do some useless project, and we all go crazy. Yeah. Then we wait for the next stealing. Our country need to change, man. George, we have been there for 4 years now. He's just cleaning the Finsway market. He's just getting rid of those people. And he himself couldn't stand the stench. That place so stink and nasty. And that's why our people have been living in for years. But now they're smelling the rat. They're smelling the rat. But as it is right now, I know if these other opposition people got any power. But anyway, I won't get into Liberian business. I'm talking about Cuba. And we're talking about the need for change in Cuba. The people standing up. They want Cuba. Be free. Yeah. We're tired with hearing about this communism, about Castro and all these people. Free those people. Liberate Cuba now. And y'all, please, don't stop. Let the protest continue. Aluta continua. Now, the other thing that's going on in this world. Texas. Yeah. The lawmakers just boarded a plane for D.C. so they will not sit and watch the mockery of our Constitution by the handful of Republicans in our state. So all the Democrats got in a plane and now they headed to D.C. so they can avoid being in that state to vote. So This is where we are, man. People running away from their states to avoid people trying to send us back into the 1960s, into slavery, because they don't stand a chance with the people. Nobody tell the Republican Party to be like this. It doesn't have to be like this. They got black people in the Republican Party, but they are so disillusioned now by the fact that their own party won't take their voting rights from them. Won't send them back in the 1960s into slavery. What is this? In this United States of America, we know the white people in the majority, but this is not the way to run our state, man. This is not majority rules, and you know it. You'll go out and get the votes. Change your attitudes toward black people. Stop being so racist. Stop being so hateful. Stop being so bigoted. And go out and encourage black people to join you. Why you gotta be like this? They all know this way you're behaving will not cause any black people to vote for you. So you want to turn the laws over backwards to protect racism, race supremacy, and hatred. Where would that get you? Where would you want to see bloodshed in this country? You all want us to go against each other, the third world countries, like Africa and Liberia? This is what you want to happen in this country? Because I don't see no other reasonable way Republicans want us to get out of this thing. That's what you got all these militia groups for? All these KKK useless people still running around? Is that why you got them? We can't go through this again, man. Change your attitudes. Change your ways. Stop the racism. Stop the bigotry. Stop the hatred. Encourage black people to join you. Be proactive in this new era, in this new dispensation of Americanism. But do something, Republicans. You people are too obsolete. You people are too racist. You people are too narrow-sighted and have lost your vision. Change your ways. Be Americans, not racist. Be Americans and encourage other Americans to join you. Racism cannot lead you to a better life, America. Racism cannot lead you to a more progressive America. Racism will destroy America. And these are the lessons of today. People of Cuba rising up because they have come to the final realization that this communist system is not good. This socialist system is not good. One man and a party rule cannot provide the necessities for the individual freedoms of peoples. And we cannot continue to have other men ruling our lives like their children, telling us when to shit, when to pee, when to eat, when to sleep. We can't do that. This is a free society. This is a free society. And I show the Cuban people no God. I show they are Christians. I show they are Catholics. And we're tired with this thing. We're tired with this socialism in the Western Hemisphere. We're tired with it. We want our people free. Rise up, Cuba. Rise up. The time of the people is here. Democracy is the way. Aluta continua. Now let me begin my lesson. You know, I just tired with the suppression of the world people. One man, one rule. A group of people want to steal. That's the epitome of stealing, of uselessness. Why it gotta be like that? Why one group of people always gotta want to steal? It's not right. It's not fair. When you see people tampering with our laws to benefit one group of people that are stealing, that weakness. That's weakness. Racism is a weakness. And you better recognize it. Let me put up my lessons. And let's deal with my other native people on the other side of the ocean. My topics for today are, hold on. Tragedies of former President William R. Tolbert Jr.'s progressives. Tragedy, what my thing isn't up. This came back down. Excuse me. Let's see if it's coming up now. It should be up on the other side. Usually I don't see it here, but it's already up. Okay, tragedies. Okay, here it is. Today's topics. Tragedies of former President Tolbert Jr.'s progressives. 2. Liberia is a noisy mess of crazy people. 3. Poor Darius Dillon. Let's start with my first topic. Tragedies of former President Tolbert Jr.'s progressives. I see all the progressives trying to revive themselves in this new dispensation. These people came out in 1980, challenged Tolbert, destroyed our nation, led us through a series of interim governments that were useless and no damn good. These people were useless. Look at them sitting down today. Look at that useless 80-year-old Tipote. Look at that useless Wilmer Cooney. Look at that useless Ezekiel Pajibo. Look at that Drew Mason. Look at all the useless people. Amos Sawyer, Ellie Johnson Sirleaf. These were the progressives. Look what they got our country in. They didn't want to sit down and justify their bullshit. Tolbert didn't want to stay in power. Tolbert told these people, let my term finish. We'll have free and fair election. They said, no, the man must step down now. Tolbert been there 18 years as vice president. What more Tolbert can do? You started the disturbance in Liberia. Tolbert cried and all. The man was weak. He was tired. He said, yo, wait. Don't overthrow the government. It will throw us into chaos. He told you. He said, y'all can't overthrow the government. Y'all will leave a vacuum. How will government stay in power when they see damn progressive, that 80-year-old useless rubber tire slipper wearing Tipote? We have socialist idea. All the people come with their socialism. You think that thing benefited us? Has it benefited us today? Now they come. None of these people know nothing but leadership. They Sam Jackson with war face. You see him sitting there with glasses there, a young boy sitting by the door. Look at it today. He's still a deceitful, useless, ugly man. He's still ugly. And they haven't achieved nothing. Anything. Nothing. Anything. They haven't achieved it. They haven't achieved it. So they came They came with their socialistic ideas. They were brave enough to challenge Tolbert. They made Tolbert scared. But Tolbert was willing to compromise. They said they wanted two-party states. Tolbert did it. He granted them the two-party states. Then they say he must resign right away. The man said, how we resign? You want two-party states. I gave you the two-party state. Wait for election. Let my term finish. No. Step down right now. It's time for you to step down. These useless people. These useless people. It's not that Tolbert wasn't doing nothing or anything. Tolbert made these people who they are. Tolbert took these useless, dummy people like Cooney and Wetty and all these people and educated them. Now, there's the thanks they came back to give Tolbert with their socialism and useless, deceitful lies. And the lies still go on today. Look at our government. So liars, so criminals. Ain't nothing changed. Now they want to come and defend themselves. Yes. Our people didn't need the progressives to enlighten them. Our people didn't need the progressives to enlighten them. Liberian people were already enlightened. We had people like Port, other people standing up. But they were truthful. They were sincere. These guys came with the progressive. When they found out that they couldn't get their way like they wanted it, they started to incite the military and demanding that Tolbert step down right away. And Tolbert keeps saying, wait till my term finish. Let's have election. I will not run again. Tolbert said that so many damn times. But these guys came and said, no, you must step down now. Because the political system was weak. After Tubman, everybody expected there to be a civil war on the day Tubman died. All we heard growing up, when Tubman died, there would be a civil war. Everybody was anticipating because Tubman was a crook. He held Liberia hostage for 27 years. That's not a democracy. That's a hostage situation. He was a dictator. And he used the democratic system to stay in power because the masses of people were gullible. And those people who would have resisted him, he killed them. The Coleman brothers, Ben Freeman, all the people that were the men in Liberia, he killed them. The rest of the Congo people were scared of Tubman. After Ben Freeman brought all the indigenous people together and put them in the House of Representatives to represent our indigenous people, and they killed him. And all the people loyalty wanted to Tubman. The Congo people were scared of Tubman. They were scared to resist him because he had a massive indigenous people that Ben Freeman had given. That was prolonged Tubman's ruin in power. His control over the indigenous tribes. And here we come today with the same uselessness. The same uselessness. After the people overthrew Tolbert, they couldn't control Doe. They incited Doe. They incited the military. They incited these guys. These guys got up and overthrew the government. When they overthrew the government, they determined that these guys, the Sam Jackson, the Tipote, Amos Sawyer, Ellen Salif, what are the other useless men? Tipote, all these people were useless. They knew nothing about government. They had no idea of how to lead Liberia. So because of their ignorance and gullibilities, Jordan took over. told them over to the government. And when they took over, Barkers then tried to lead the country. Those guys told them, no, you can't lead the country. Because they found that they were deceitful. All the things they trusted the progressive with, they lied. What those started doing, jailing them and flunking them. Go and read your history. These useless men, they can't lead nothing. Look at Liberia today. They overthrew our government in 1980. That today, our country is still reeling from the bullshit they did in 1980. Our people are not stable. They came, they caused the military to overthrow the government. They plunged us into 14 years of civil war. And here we are. They still cannot be trusted to lead the government. Where the Cooney, where the Tibote, where the Sawyer, where the Wetty, where the Kessley, none of the guys in leadership. So why did they overthrow our country? They all said that won't take credit for what the Liberian people did. Talk about we did this, we did that, we did this. Then the country still messed up worse than where you did it. And the same progressive Ellie Johnson said he can't put all her children in power. What you said. You dummies didn't say nothing. You dummies were criminals and liars. Now that your mulatto woman came and took over and put all her children in power, the cat-eyed children, and you didn't say nothing. You're still saying nothing. Look at what we are doing to our country. Where that old stupid idiot Tipote. You're not saying nothing. Look at the other traitor, Sam Jackson. He know whether he going or coming. He know. He's a political prostitute. They all are. Look at the Cooney, the Wetty, and the Kessley led Eula for 20 years. They held that organization hostage, interchanging the leadership among themselves. One day, Wetty chairman and Kessley board president. The next year, Wetty chairman and Cooney president. I mean, that they ran Eula. That why Eula is no damn use. Because those damn progressive were no damn use. You take idiots and put them over power and people. All they know to steal. What Cooney then got to show for Eula? We were in Eula. We had to leave Eula. Because these useless people didn't want to give up Eula. They played our native and Congo country game against our gullible native people with educated degrees in America here. They still playing our native and Congo stupidness in this country with all the damn education they got. These people ain't worth no damn shit. They ain't even worth the salt to eat. You know, then they come here and talk stupidness. They ran the EULA, the Union of Liberian Association in Americas, EULA, they ran it to the ground. They stole all their money. It wasn't until Rhode Island sent me there with Marlon King that they got scared of us. That we start putting our foot down. Then when we won the election, they refused to give Lassard the presidency because he won with one vote. They say he was the stooge of the Congo people. And these are the same cooning them, sitting down here talking bullshit. You know, look how they destroy our country. Look how they brought our country to where it is. And these useless people living and talking about they can't be leader, they can't be permanent leaders. Why you want to be leader in the first place? A revolutionary never dies. It's shit Vera and all the guys had given up. You think they will be revolutionary heroes today? You people are nothing but vagabonds and liars. Your people ain't no damn hero. You people are criminals. Huh? You sitting here, you're not run our country amok. Take it and give it to a useless criminal football player. Then you're sitting there telling, y'all can't be permanent leaders. You see the useless people? This is why our fathers then wanted to flog these people. That's why our people wanted to beat the hell out of these people. But you're keeping up. We're coming to flog you. Revolutionary heroes. You damn useless people. You damn crippled people. You damn criminal people. You better watch yourselves. Then they try to beat their poor George Noble. Talking all kind of foolishness. Look at the dual citizenship. What he fighting for? He can't even get it. How long will be going through the dual citizenship thing? How long you have been spearheading this thing? Forever. Almost 20 years now. Just as long as they stay in leadership. Useless people. Useless people. So what's the problem now? You see, my people, when these people come and deceive us and lie, uneducated people, they come and lie and deceive our people, cause our people to kill our leaders. And today we can't get out of the mess they put us in. Today we cannot get out of the mess. Nothing has improved. Our country is stagnant, not growing. Then they still got the useless audacity to sit before us and talk about how they free the Liberian people. Where you free us from? You didn't free us from Ellen Johnson selling a chair. You didn't save us from the $1 million these people been stealing since 2006 to today. You know, you make some of us suffer needlessly while you greedy fools deceive and betray our people and country. And we go to talk, you will come and say you all did something for the people. What you did? This what you did for us? Got half of our country in exile, still, and nothing but bandits and criminals ruling our country. Is this what you did for us? I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon. Give me a break. Give me a break. Because we deserve better. We deserve far, far, far better than these people, these progressive cause us to be today. Can you imagine how far we'll be? Look at from 1980 to today, we still ain't got electricity. We still suffering with food and sanity and sanitation and health and welfare. We still under the yoke of the evil of these people, of the evil of the progressives. Now, this old man Tipote, after wearing rubber slippers from tire for so long, he thinks that's going to pride and dignity. But he's not wearing it today. Is he? But these are the people that lied to us. These are the people that got where we are. These are the treacherous Liberians that need to go to jail and be flogged for deceitful and lies. But don't worry, we're coming home, we'll sit and decide what to do with it. Let them run around, be acting free. We'll come home, people tell you better be gone. But we'll come home and we'll decide what to do with them. Because these people can't cause our people to die and our nation to suffer with impunity. They got to tell us why they kill our people. They got to tell us how they got rich and with all this stealing. They got to tell us, they owe us an explanation or flogging. Either or. Because these people cannot just lie. Look at that ugly Cooney. Look at that ugly Sam Jackson. That the people want to lead that people. He told me, Cooney told me he's a chief political analyst. Or what? You a chief political analyst or what? Of what? Oh, my country, Jesus. My country, Jesus, is in the hands of rogues. My country, Jesus, my country, Jesus, is in the hands of the wicked rogue. My country, Jesus, my country, Jesus, is in the hands of the rogues. Oh, free Liberia, oh, free Liberia, oh, Jesus coming, free my country, free Liberia, oh, free Liberia from the wicked rogues that lead in my country. Oh, free Liberia, Jesus, free Liberia. Free my country from the rule. Free my country, free Liberia. Free my country from the native rules, from the Congo rules, from the Western rules. Free my country, Jesus. Free my country, Jesus. Free my country, Jesus. Morovia, yeah. Free it. Oh, Morovia. Free Morovia. Free Morovia of the nasty people, Lord. Now, Morovia nasty. Morovia nasty. The people got my country stinking. Oh, Lord. My country stinking. My country nasty. The useless people holding us down. Oh, Jesus, help us. Oh, Jesus, save us. The native people got their Congo rules. The Congo people, the Ellen Johnson selling that which is selling my country. Oh, Jesus, save us. Save Liberia. My people dying from the native rules. My people dying. These Congo rogues, oh, save my country from the rogues. Save Liberia from the rogues. Save Liberia from the legislators. Save Liberia from George Weah. These funky rogues killing Liberia. Oh, Monrovia, my Monrovia, they killing Monrovia. The native and Congo rogues, they killing my precious Liberia. They do know they killing my country. I tire. I want my country back. The native rogues, the Congo rogues, they now won't give up my country. Oh, the native rogues, the Congo rogues, they are native Congo rogues. That people tell, hey, that Coney, that Wetty, that Kesali, they destroy you, my people. They hella hostages, they did nothing for us in America. They hella hostages, those useless people, they hella hostages in America. Let's get my second topic. Liberia is a noisy mess of crazy people. All my people, when you live in a quiet country like this and go to a country like Africa, especially my country Liberia, I don't care about other people country. I care about my country. Look at the noise in my country, man. Oh, when you come from the Western world and go to Africa, if you pay attention to the noise, you'll go crazy. Because the people just blow horn for no apparent reason. They just gotta keep blowing on like it's a fad. And the country is so noisy and nasty and dirty. Oh Lord, you're crazy people. You gotta be crazy people. You can't be civilized people. What kind of nation everybody just be blowing horn just for the fact of blowing horn? Bam, 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 bam. Sierra Leone is no different. Bam, 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 bam. The people just blowing horn. There gotta be a noise ordinance in the country. People can't just be crazy like that. People can't be useless like that. What kind of damn noise is that? And You go to Africa, the place is crazy. Crazy. No discipline, no law and order. The whole damn society is crazy. How many times you blow the damn horn, you idiots? We gotta change our behaviors. That what differentiates us from the civilized world. That alone, the noise, differentiates us from the civilized world. In this world, you will hear noise, but you never hear from people creating noise to kill themselves. This is insanity. We gotta have noise ordinance. There's nothing wrong with it. It's insanity. And crazy people go around there blowing horn, bam, 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 all day. That's all you hear in Africa, especially Liberia. I don't give a damn about other country, but my country. That's all you hear all day. Are you people crazy? Are you people just dirty, useless nuts? What kind of living is this? Bam, 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 for no reason. Or you're just happy to have cars. You gotta let the whole world know. Damn, man. There gotta be noise ordinance. There's gotta be noise ordinance somewhere where we flog people if they come there with noise. Because our people crazy. That's a reflection of our leaders not being able to plan, to discipline our people, to set rules and laws that our people must follow. And if they follow, we ain't got nobody to enforce it, because the people who are enforcing it ain't no different from the people who doing it. So I said, what will come, man? Everybody blowing horn. Bah, 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 bah. It's crazy. It's crazy. You can't hear nothing. Oh. And everybody trying to make a living, man. But you can't hustle like that. The noise too much for the hustle. All day people blowing horn. You know where they're going or coming. Is the horn something to just play with? Well, civilized nations don't do that. Civilized people don't do that. Because that noise is provoking. It's provoking. For civilized people, sound people who want quiet and pleasantry. You come all around and be bah, 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 all through the day. Bah, bah. I wonder how long the people horn last them. But these are the things that reflect on our leaders. Our leaders have no control over our society. Our society is run amok because there are no laws and orders. There are no standards or rules to govern the people effectively. So the people just go nuts with the horn. I guess y'all can get used to that. But every time I come into that environment, it's like these people can't keep quiet for 1 minute. They can't leave that horn for 1 second. Everybody got to be blowing horn in the city. But we got to find some measure to stop it, to regulate it, because that's a form of civil disobedience, civil disorder, all that noise. It can't be good for our country, man. It can't be good for our people. Why our city got to be so noisy? Everywhere you see the taxi, they're blowing horn. Why they can't keep their hands off of that horn? And this is the challenge of our police force and our youths. This is the challenge. How do we change these people's attitude? How do we? How do we make our country a more functional, wholesome functioning society where everybody will have an ideal of decency, of patriotism, of what it means to be a proud Liberian? When you see the flag, what it means to you spiritually, we got to go through our overhaul system. We got to reintroduce all these things in our society. Because as we stand now, our people are not patriots. They are not whole. They are lukewarm. And we must take every effort to fill the void in them with patriotism, with loyalty, with rules, man, with rules. Our country can't just be noisy like that. Our people can be disciplined. That's the epitome of lawlessness. You can't have a city with that kind of noise. Oh, man, you got to have some discipline. You got to have some place where the noise will not be tolerated. But the struggle continues. This struggle continues. Because when you see a nation and people like that, there's something wrong with the leadership. There's something wrong with law and order. There's something wrong with discipline. And when you see it like that, you should have time, money gone. All the money from the program's gone. People just sitting down waiting for the next opportunity for things to come up. But these are the challenges our country faces. Disciplining our society. All it takes is discipline. We can change our society overnight. You go to Liberia, you are not hear one pen. You're not one. Because there will be law and order and rules set down for pen people. They will have ordinances they got to follow. But when you don't have an organized government, when you don't have an organized leadership, the country will run amok. It will run amok. Because everybody now in Liberia buying pen. That's the best way of transportation for single people, for poor people who want to make a living. So, just as you got the pen, you got to regulate them. You got to regulate them. Because it's not only hazardous for them, it's hazardous for the driver of motor vehicles that collide with them. So all these things are by public safety. Public safety. Those are standards and principles we have to learn. We got to learn it. If we don't learn it, we'll perish. We'll perish. So we got to start with our people. The transformation of our society starts with the people. How do we reach to our people? How do we set laws for our country through and by encouraging our people to be patriotic, to know that when we set laws, they got to follow it. It's for our good. But in order to do that, the leaders got to demonstrate themselves that they have changed, that the time has changed, that in order for us to change Liberia, we need leaders who will lead by examples. You know we can't steal our money. People will stop stealing. Or we'll punish them severely. Government is not a place to come to get rich. It's a place to come and serve. You won't get rich? Go in the private sector. Go do something. But you can't come to work for government with hopes of getting rich. So these are the standards that we got to set, and we got to set it in stone. So anybody breach those standards, you know you'll be punished. You know you'll be punished. But if we just got a society, we got rules, but the rules not effective. We got laws, but the laws only useful against the few. There will always be problems. There will always be problems. And we always have crazy people causing these problems. You see, look at the gas with what is senator name, what is representative name from District 15. I know him as Quarter Gram. Okay, with Quarter Gram. Quarter Gram said he giving 500 gallons of gas to his pen riders. Do they have an association? Do they have an organization with leadership? Because he donating 15 gallons of gas doesn't mean everybody got to benefit from the gas at one time. They got to sit down and decide how to do it. You see, and that's the problem with our country. Our leadership of different things are not functioning like real leaders. And our people distrust them so much because that's the way of third world country. We distrust each other because of years of stealing or years of corruption. So we just grow up just assuming when you government official you will steal. But that's a justified assumption because it's been going on in African nations for years. Everybody come to power, chop their pot and go. So that has brought us down, and that is a detriment to us bringing our people together. It's a detriment to forming a unified society when everybody thinks somebody benefiting, whether they see it or not. And we can't see things like that. We got to look at our leaders and see who will tell you something. And you know it's true. You know it's binding. Only a few people. And yet that's how we choose our leaders. That's how we choose our leaders. But if we continue on this path of craziness, if we continue on this path of losing the ideal of who we are, where we stand and where we come from, we'll continue to fail. We'll continue to fail. Because if one man could do that, do things to benefit us, we wouldn't have that much problems. But one man cannot do that. And we don't want one man doing that. Because when one man does that, he feels beholden. He feels empowered over the people. That's the power of democracy, where everything is from the power of the people. Not from one man, not from one party, not from one group, but for the whole. From the whole. And this makes us sensible people. This makes us people with character. This makes us people that want to change our society for the better. But let's look at our society right now. Sit back and look at Liberian society. Just listen to the noise. The noise sends a bad message to us. It sends a bad message to us. And don't say that Africa, we can't change. Don't say, oh man, Africa, you won't be American. We can't change. We don't have to force the people either. We have to educate them to know that this is not right. To know that there are rules and laws and pavement drivers got to follow them. So when we understand all these things and are willing to work to set these foundational things in place that will guide our people into a wholesome functioning society by their self-discipline. That's all that matters. Self-discipline. And our people are disciplined, but they're not guided in that discipline. They do what they want to do. You see, and that's why our country fails. Because you can't have one group of people disciplined and the other group of people think that they're better and don't need discipline. No. It's got to be a wholesome functioning society. And we got to put responsibilities on our leaders. So if we say, yes, we discipline our society, we make people stand in queues, we make people follow law and order, we make people conform to a certain standard of communal living, then the system got to be ready to meet that challenge. If we say we'll change our society that everybody must stand in line, people mustn't cut line, then our employees must be trained and disciplined to maintain that kind of system. Not calling people on the side, psst, psst, let me see you so like to yeah. You know, when our people start doing those kind of things, then it breaks the system down. But if we have a trained civil service where our people know that they can't and they will not be allowed to have other people cut lines, to go in the back to get pocket change to do things for people. If they know they can't do that, everything will become productive. The line will run faster. If everybody's staying in line and the people are doing their work now, looking for pocket change and everything, the lines will move. It don't move, we fire them. That's what you got evaluating board for, to evaluate people's performance. If you see they're not speeding up the job, they're not making productive efforts for the company, you let them go. You let them go. But you want people who will get out there and sell your business, sell you. So all these things boil down to leadership, and leadership example, and leadership direction and zeal. And it's incumbent upon the leadership to set those standards. It's upon, when I say leadership, I'm not only talking about the president. I'm talking about the society. You see that effort Elliot Cumming made with the COVID-19. It's a good community effort if he wasn't a campaign leader. If he wasn't running for a position in the government. If he wasn't campaigning for position. Like me, I just jump out and say, okay, Joel, I will help you. I don't want nothing from the government. I won't run for position. I want nothing. I will wait what the government want me to do. I will help you. Yes. But when you're a political leader and you offer your help, then you go and put it in your foundation. I don't agree with that. That means you stagnating the work. Your foundation is not as powerful as your political party. You got political party. You the voice of the party. You say you're going to help the president. Let everybody get involved. We need everybody to get involved. So when you donate money, people know the weight that money is carrying. The weight of the party behind it. And they got to fall in and support you as well. But, these are all strategies. Strategies to change our country. Strategies to set our people on the right course of progress and advancement. It ain't got nothing to do with being queen. They say, well, they automatically come with American thing. No. Simple things. Simple things, and you will see. You'll be opposed to it. But once they put it in place, you will see how it will just change your lives. It will change your lives. But right now, you're opposed to these things because you don't understand the benefits from them. You don't understand the benefits from having a disciplined society. or disciplined society where people will be punished and be forced to conform to the society mandates. Every society got mandates. We call them public policies. What thing you can do that a society will accept as conditional or tribal or Liberianism. And what are those things we do? You would do this at time. That guy is serious. That guy is shallow, man. What is he? What are you trying to say? What are you trying to bring through to us? Even as educated as you are. But these are the advantages of understanding how to nation build. Understanding how to set principles for our people. Though it will seem disciplined, it will seem hard at first, but we gotta be persistent. Nothing comes so easy. When we tell people learn how to form lines, when you come to buy something, whether nobody there or not, start a line. Tell other people to get behind you. They call it a queue. Everything you do, form a queue. Let people fall in line. Nobody can tell you to do it. In America, nobody can tell people to form queue. You know that when you come to buy something, and you the first, you stand up in line. The second man come in line behind you. Because if he stand on the side, he's not in line. Nobody was serving on the side until you get in a straight line. So that's control too. That control and discipline. Because when you control the people, when the people understand that they got to form queues, everything go fast. Because you're not doing favor here for this man, you're not doing favor for this man. No, everybody knows when it comes to falling queues, it will run faster. The service will run faster and better because people standing in queues, people following rules. Okay, you don't have the big shot coming on the side telling you do that. As serving all my people on the side first, or serving. No, it don't go by that. It don't go by that. When you form queues, everybody gets served. Honesty exists. Fairness exists. Okay? And that's the purpose of those kind of things. To speed up everything. To make it more efficient and productive. So when you come to eat, you don't stand up for 5 hours. Because everybody cutting the line. Everybody coming and going the back door. So you who ain't got nobody, you standing online waiting for the system to go. And the same people that are supposed to be serving you, getting up to serve other people secretly for pocket change. So you end up standing there, something you will do in 5 minutes, you end up standing there 50 minutes because everybody won't make money. And that's not right. That's not right. That's why we have supervisors and all these people to check on us, to make sure we don't go astray with these kind of things. You see? And those are the things you got to learn. You got to appreciate and understand. Because everything is important to us. If our people are not disciplined, our nation cannot move forward. If our leaders are not self-disciplined, they cannot lead our people. It takes discipline. Like when you go to party, you're a leader. You know sometimes you can't drink. If you gotta get up and do some work, if you gotta get up and go from the social to the meeting, you can't get drunk. You can't get impaired. You always got to have your sound mind. And that's why you got to understand the process of a leadership. You know, you don't put off tomorrow what can be done today. If it can be done today, do it and get it over with. And nothing will be bothering tomorrow. But these are the essences of productive people. People with productive lives. Okay? You see me here? I've been here since 1. Looking at the different videos, trying to get together. what needs to be put together for us. So this is it. When our country is not disciplined, we look at crazy people. We do crazy things. We act crazy. But when our country is disciplined, our society itself will be sound, will be wise, will be competent. Because when we discipline, that's all that matters. Everything flows in the society. But if we don't reach that stage, we can't teach ourselves. We need our government to help us to learn discipline, or everybody else will be doing what they want to do. But when we got people who care about us and want to set rules and will not change, they will learn. Will flock us, they will learn. Our whole ideal to life change. Because we're not flocking you because we hate you. We're not flocking you because we want to bring you down because of your tribe, because of your ethnicity, or because of who you are. No, we're going to flock everybody across the board. And it better be that way. It better be that way. No question. You deserve flocking, you will get it. And our courts got to maintain that kind of system. Because if we don't have that kind of fairness and impartiality in our courts, our country will run amok. So for small punishment, we can't play at all. We can't play. If we got to flock you for doing something, we'll flock you. Charity begins at home. And you just heard how the Korean people flocked that boy one time, that American kid for putting graffiti on their walls. That's how it will be. Because we're not invest in anything where our people will go and damage it. Even the government cars, it will change. Every government driver will have a receipt and a report. We come to check the cars every month, seat tune, steering wheel bend. We want to know who did that. We go into the log to see who was the last person to make a report on the car. People, if we can't find it, all of you will be held guilty and paid. Because if we lose everything, how you have jobs? If we don't have cars and pickups and trucks to transport you to where you need to go and do what you need to go for the people, how will you make money? You can't make money. So we have to set the standards all over again. We have to set the standards for our people, because that's the only way fairness will reign, equality will reign, at least a sense of fairness and equality. People will feel it. People will feel it. And it will be rewarding for our country and people. But we can't have too many big shots in Liberia. The time for big shots over. This is the time for the people. And all of us got to be with some level of simplicity, some level of commonality, some level of unification in our country, a level playing field. And that's what the government is responsible to provide. Okay? Let me get my third point. Poor Darius Dillon. From Africa, you want to leave Darius Dillon with their ticket business. I think that's Leonard Dudu. He on my board. He said Darius Dillon disrespected him. He wanted to ask a question. Darius Dillon jumped on his face, snapped at him, yelled at him. So he want to know what's happening with Darius Dillon. You know, Darius Dillon want to put his ticket up. The boy want to trace it. Found out that Darius Dillon changed his flight in DC. DC. In Ghana. He changed his flight to first class business in Ghana. Then took the picture and put it on his Facebook page. Now everybody want to know where you get all this money from. And he come out, he start lying. Say he traveled from Liberia in economy class. Then he show his ticket. Look, I copy the number. Call Ghana airport and trace it. They found out that he left on American Airlines. He got upgraded. But, you know, I read Dudu's article on Darius Dillon. And some points he raised in there were significant. How Darius Dillon light is dimming now because of the kind of thing he's doing, the kind of missteps he's making. You know, you can't do that. If you say you're going to be the light, you got to stick to the course of the light. The light cannot bend. The light cannot stop being consistent. The rule is fair, firm, and consistent. You always have to be fair. You always have to be firm. Your no must be your no. Your yes must be your yes. That's what the thing Dudu was saying in his article. He says, Dillon, yes must be his yes, and his no must be his no. If you say you didn't travel by commercial flight, let it be shown that all through your flight to America was economy. But you say you fly from here economic class, then we're going to find out that when you got to Ghana, you upgraded your flight and went first class. So you can't deceive the people. You got to stick with the point. And that way the trust is developed. That way the trust is developed. And Darius Dillon got some strikes against him now. It started with Musa Ability. That was my first strike with him. When he sat there and let his party elect a criminal and Musa Ability to be their chairman. Now, yeah, Musa Ability is a wrench in the plans of CPP. So we don't know that. But my first point with Dillon. Then, well, I didn't care too much about the $15,000. But he had before said he was going to turn it in. So we expect that he would be a man of his word. Okay? And secondly, we come with normally kind of business. Yeah, then doing the little bastard love thing, traveling all over the country, all over the world, doing the little bastard love thing. Nothing wrong with that, but you want to do your bastard love thing? Satisfy our thing. Satisfy our communal business first. You are a senator. Finish our work. Then you can go on your escapade. Okay, with whoever you want. And the same thing, you can't be leaving the country every time I have to go do self-help mission. You can't do that. Our government is there. Our government is there to provide for the people. You got to work with instrumentality of the government to help the government rise and provide for the people. All these trips you're making, you building rehab center, yes. But then you want to turn the rehab center over to government. The same people that can't handle the rehab center, you're going to give it to them. No money, nothing. So what's the next project? What is the next project? But our leaders, you got to work together. You got to work together. The sibling with Tama father then forming school, and this other person forming this, and that person forming this. We cannot build our country like that. We cannot. If everybody built their private project and they don't have the means to support it and sustain it, what's the use of building the project? They will fail. time and time again, because some of them need government support. They need government input. So we must decide. We got to decide what kind of help to give our country and people and how to give that help. So, here we are again. The same 6 and 7. The same 7 and 8. The same process over and over. We can't do things the same way and expect a different result. Our leaders cannot have the same insight and expect us to go better. Okay? Now, to me, Darius did not trip in that picture. All the things don't mean nothing. It doesn't mean nothing. He could have taken his flight from Toyota to Ghana and upgraded it. Maybe he didn't want to, he couldn't upgrade it in Monrovia. Or he could upgrade. Even maybe he didn't want people seeing leaving here. But he had his own money to upgrade it there. That's no big deal. But we cannot continue to make these small missteps. Then people begin to lose confidence in us, Darius. We cannot continue to make these small missteps and expect our people to continue to follow us. So it behooves you to study what you're going to do, to know what you want to do, and go after it. Now, right now, this rehab center you built, it needs support. It needs sustenance. Can the government sustain it with all the other private schools these people building? Fala school, the other person's school, the other person's school. Maybe they can. But try your luck, Piggy. Don't say Attorney Commander Galpohkpa Chesson stop you. Okay? But this is my lesson for the day. Just touching on what happened in our world. Just letting the progressives know from Tolbert town they ain't right. Letting our people know the need for discipline in our society and law and order. And third, advising Darius Dillon to stay the course, to be the light, to study your projects before you get into them. Before you do them, look at the overall implementation. Who will maintain it? Who will sustain it? Who will keep it? Who will hire people? And all these things, then you decide whether government should take it over or yourself. Okay? The time of the true Liberian revolutionaries is now. Aluta! Continue. My class is done. Have a good day, folks. Bye-bye. I see